So I made an edit with the same clips in 10 minutes, 1 hour and 10 hours to see if editing longer actually makes your edits better. These are the clips I will be using in the edits, and they are already twisted and time remapped. Okay, so we're gonna be starting with the 10-minute edit. Honestly, I don't think this is gonna go super well because 10 minutes is really not nearly enough time to make a good edit, but I'm gonna be trying my best regardless and we'll see how it goes. With that being said, I'm gonna start the 10-minute edit in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna add CC because if I forget to do that before the time runs out, that will not be good. I will just make it super basic because I don't really have the time to do anything too fancy. And now I'm going to be doing some transitions, and I'm going to be honestly copying the same transitions because that should save me quite a lot of time instead of having to make new ones every single time. Obviously, it will make the edit very repetitive, but at least it will have transitions on most of the clips, if not all of them. And right about here, I realized that there is no shot I'm going to be doing the transitions for the whole edit, as I had only 7 minutes left and I did the transitions only for the first little part of the edit. So I decided to move on to doing some effects, so there's at least some of them in the edit. So after doing a couple of effects and realizing that I have only 4 minutes left, I decided the best use of the rest of the time would be to add some shakes. So we have impact in the edit, as well as it does make the transitions between clips a little bit better, which is especially important because for most of the edit I don't even have transitions. Okay, and I'm done adding the shakes and I have 1 minute left, so I'm gonna try and add a couple more effects maybe, and that will pretty much be it. And that is the timer. Yeah, obviously 10 minutes was not nearly enough to actually finish the edit or anything. With that being said, this is how the 10-minute edit turned out. So obviously the edit looks kind of rough because having only 10 minutes to edit is not nearly enough to really do anything, especially considering that this edit is pretty long. So it's definitely missing a lot of stuff and could be a lot better. So I'm hoping that for the next edit I can do a lot better than that, considering that I have 1 hour, which is 6 times as much as I had for the last one. With that being said, I'll still try to edit as fast as possible because 1 hour is still not nearly as much time as I take on my usual edits. With that being said, I'm going to start the 1 hour edit in 3, 2, 1, go. So I decided to start by doing the little intro part, and after finishing that I realized that I cannot take as much time with the rest of the edit because I'm already down to less than 50 minutes. So I'm gonna keep going but simplifying the editing so I can go faster. So at this point, after doing mostly effects, I still had about 40 minutes to go. So I decided to move on to doing transitions. And this time I can definitely do the transitions for all the clips, but still making them very simple and basic so it doesn't take too much time. And at this point I finished all the transitions, but I realized I had only 10 minutes to go, which is terrible considering that there's a lot of stuff left to do, such as sound effects, shakes, CC. So I decided to first of all add a couple more effects so the edit doesn't look as bland. And after realizing that I spent way too much time on that and I have only 5 minutes to go, which is not enough to do everything that I wanted, I decided that it would be the best to just add shakes and CC before the time runs out. But I underestimated how much time it was going to take me to add all the shakes and make them look different. So at this point I just decided to copy and paste them, and even though they're all going to look the same, I prefer having repetitive shakes than no shakes. And with that, I just barely finished doing all the shakes. With that being said, this is how the 1 hour edit turned out. And yeah, I definitely think that was a lot better than the 10 minutes one, as I actually had time to do the transitions for the whole edit and add some more effects. With that being said, it could still be a lot better. The effects, shakes, and transitions are all super basic because I didn't want to spend too much time on them. And I didn't even end up having time to add warp shakes and sound effects. So there's still a lot to look forward to with the 10-hour edit. After 10 hours of editing, which no, were not in one sitting, I obviously worked on the edit throughout multiple days because editing for 10 hours straight would be way too much. But honestly, that could be a good idea for a future video. So if you want me to suffer and try to edit for 10 hours straight, comment down below and I'll think about maybe doing it in a future video. But before I show you the edit, I just wanted to let you know that if you want to learn how to edit like me and be able to grow your social media and even make some money from editing, make sure to check my editing course out. The link will be in the description. And with that being said, this is the 10-hour edit. Now that we have successfully completed the challenge, I want to know which edit did you enjoy the most? The 10-minute edit, the 1-hour edit, or the 10-hour edit? I liked the 10-hour one the most by far because it really brought the idea that I had for the edit to life. Comment down if you want me to do this more in the future. Again, if you want to edit like me, check my editing course out and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.